Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the Kadence Themes settings. Okay, so the Kadence Theme settings. Now what do we mean by the Kadence Theme settings? Now what it means is that in today I'm going to show you all the settings in the Kadence theme and then how you can be able to customize it to suit your own brand or your own website design. Okay, so all the free settings. So everything I'm going to talk about is all the free settings that the Kadence can be able to do for you without getting the pro version. Okay, so as we know, the Kadence is one also it's one of the the best free themes around. When you take Ocean WP, Astra, Kadence comes. Okay, so Kadence is also one of the best themes around. And then a lot of people have used, now even on this channel, I've used the Kadence theme to create a lot of websites. Now I just want to take you through how best you can be able to get, or what you can get out of the free version of the Kadence or the Kadence theme. So in this tutorial, what we're going to learn is we're going to learn how to install the Kadence theme. 2, we're going to install Kadence starter templates. And then 3, we also going to I'm also going to walk you through the customizer settings. Okay, so all the settings from typography to how to the site settings and everything that you need to know about what the customizer settings. And then also I'll talk to you about how to customize your header. And then lastly, which is the 5th one, we talk about how to customize your footer. Okay, so we're gonna go on it one by one. So if you are new over here, please like and subscribe to the channel. If you are an old subscriber, thank you for coming back and watching the video. Please share it, share this video to your friends and family so that they can also learn how to create websites without using any code. Okay, so if you are ready, let's jump into the video. Okay guys, so to install the Kadence theme, you need to log into your dashboard. Okay, your admin dashboard over there. So first things first, we're going to install the Kadence theme. Okay, so how do we install the Kadence theme? First, we're going to hover on appearance over here and then click on themes. Okay, so as you can see, the theme that we are using for this particular website is the 2022 theme. Okay, so if we go to the site and then we check our website, you're gonna see that it's just a newly installed WordPress over here. Okay, there is nothing new on it, nothing going on it. So that is it. Now to install the Kadence theme, all what we need to do is to click on add new over here, and then what we're going to do is we will search for the Kadence theme over here in the themes directory over here. Okay, so how do we search for it? Just type in Kadence. Okay, Kadence over here, and then the Kadence will appear over here. Okay, so as you can see, it's one of the very the popular plugins, I said plugins, themes. Okay, it's one of the best themes, and then it's also one of the most popular themes that a lot of people would use. Okay, so even if you search and you don't find it, when you go to popular, I am sure you're gonna find it over there. So as you can see, it is very popular. Okay, it means that people like it. Okay, so now how do we install it? It's just simple as that. Hover on it and then click on install. Okay, so once it is installed, just click on activate. Okay, very good. So our Kadence theme is installed and then activated. Okay, so we are good to go. We don't have any problem. Now once you install the Kadence theme, we are done. The next one is to install the Kadence starter template. Okay, so as you can see, we have thanks for choosing the Kadence theme over here, and notice telling us that thanking us for installing the theme, and then they recommend the Kadence starter template for us. Okay, so that is very simple. It made our work so easy. all what we need to do is what, just install Kadence starter template. Okay, now if you don't see this notice over here, don't worry, just hover on, or by mistake maybe you close it. Okay, just hover on plugins over here, click on add new, and then search for the Kadence starter template. Just search for the Kadence starter template, and as you can see, you're going to see Kadence, the starter templates by what, by Kadence over here, and it's from what, Kadence WP. Okay, you also go ahead to see what, the Kadence blogs. Okay, the Gutenberg blogs by Kadence. Okay, which is over here. Okay, all these things are what, are very popular, and they are compatible with any version of what, WordPress. Okay, so as you can see, this one have what, 100,000 active installations with what, 5-star rating. Okay, the same thing applies to this one, which is also what, 200,000 active installations with 5-star what, rating. Now it's not easy to get 5-star rating, but if this Kadence plugins are getting 5-star rating, it means how, it shows you how good that plugin is. Okay, so we are going to install the starter what template. Okay, so you can click over here, or like I said, you can click on what, install starter template over here. So I'm going to click on this one, because that is what I would just want this notice to go away. So this one has been installed and what, activated for me. Okay, so it will take me to this screen over here. Now of course, if you have Elementor installed in it, it will tell you to choose between Elementor and Gutenberg. Okay, but I don't have Elementor installed, so I'm going to just show you how I can be able to import a free starter template, have my website complete within some few minutes without doing anything. Okay, so over here you see the filter over here, it says all. Okay, so you can filter between a lot of what, category of what, website. Okay, but I'm going to filter between this one, the free, and then the pro. Like I said, I'm going to use the free. Okay, so I want free templates. Okay, so all what I need is what, just go through the templates and then see the ones that what I fit, I think it's good for me, and then I can be able to what, just install it within a twinkle of an eye. Okay, so I'm just going to go through, pick any one that I think is good for me. Okay, and then I can be able to what, this is a church, it's good. This is a restaurant. Okay, so you can go through and then pick any template that you think it's best for you, or it's good for you, and then you can what, you can just install it. This is an online course template, and this one is also what, for shopping. Okay, so which one should I pick? I can just pick anything, but I just want to find the right thing to pick. Just some simple thing, so that I can be able to what, use it in this tutorial. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let me see. Okay, so guys, let's pick everyone is nice, everything over here is nice. That is the beauty of what, Kadence. Okay, so they make it so easy for you that you don't even know which one to pick, or which one to even use. Okay, so I'm just gonna pick this one, which is what, over here. Okay, so this is the cleaning service. Okay, the first one over here, that is what. So as you can see, this is a beautiful what, website. You're gonna get a free beautiful website on your own. All what you need to do is what, just edit it and then make it your own. So over here you can decide to what, choose the colors that you want. Okay, so if you don't want this kind of like a blue or green thing, you can choose any what color that you want. So let's say you want this one. Okay, so as you can see, it changes for you. Let's say you are good to go with this one also, it changes for you. So I want this one. Okay, I want this one over here, and everything what changes, all the colors, everything that I want will change. Okay, so after that, I'll just click on what they said, do you want just a single page or full site? Okay, so let's say I want a full site, so I'm going to what, click on the full site, and then they will tell you to what, subscribe, and then what, import. Okay, so I'm going to skip and then start what, importing. So it is what, importing everything for me. Okay, it is importing everything that I need for me. So let's hold on and let it what, import. Now if you are still watching this channel, Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and then turn on the notification bell so that anytime we drop a video, you'll be able to what you know you'll be able to like come and then what watch it. Okay, now I just want to say I'm really sorry about my last video about the ocean WP. It looks blurry, and then I don't know how come the recordings became that blurry, but I'm so sorry about it. And I know a lot of people complained to me. Okay, I'm really sorry, and it wouldn't happen again. Okay, so thank you for sticking with me and then coming back to watch again. And let's hold on and let's this starter template finish importing. Okay guys, so as you can see over here, everything is what imported successfully. So as you can see, template cleaning service import complete, finish view your site. Okay, so we're gonna view the site, so we can just go over here and then click on what refresh over there to view our site. So as you can see, we are having what a brand new website over here, completely done without us doing anything with it. Okay, so we didn't do anything, we didn't do nothing. Everything that we did was just what import what a template, and now we can be able to what go ahead to what customize our what our template or our website to however we want it. So everything is what completely done and we are good to go. So first of all, we are done with what importing our starter template. Okay, so the next one is to walk you through the customizer settings. Okay, to be able to show you all the customizer settings that you can be able to use to customize everything about your website. Okay, so let's go back to the the back end over here, and then to customize our website. Now of course you can be able to edit by going to all posts and pages. Okay, so not post, these are all the posts over there. As you imported, these are all the posts that came with it. And then also if you go to pages over here, which is the most important thing, these are all the pages that came. Okay, so we have about, appointment, blog, contact, home. We have the what this one is a default page that comes along with what WordPress. We have the services details, and then we have services. Okay, so these are all the pages that came along with the importation of the template that we did. Now as you can see, we have the home, services detail and services. We have about, we have blog, we have appointment, we have contact, and then this one says get a price. It means that which you can link any thing to it to for people to be able to get in touch with you or contact you whenever they want to. Okay, so this is it. So every page over here can be customized to suit how you want it. So if you want the home page, this is the home page. You can decide to click on edit over here. You can go to the home page and then edit it to suit the way you want it. Okay, so let's wait for it to open for us. Okay guys, as you can see, this is how the home page really looks like. Okay, so they use the Gutenberg block alongside the Kadence block to be able to edit this page. So as you can see, if I want to change something over here, or instead of best cleaning service, I can decide to clean this one, and then delete this one, and then write anything that I want to write over there. Okay, so maybe instead of best cleaning service, I just want to say maybe best cleaning service in Ghana. Okay, I can add it to it and then click on update. Now if I go back over here and then let's say I refresh my website, I'm going to see best cleaning service in Ghana over here. Okay, as written boldly over here, and that is it. If I want to change this one also, I can go ahead and then click over here and then change anything that I want to change over here. And that is how you can be able to go ahead and then do all the editings that you want to edit on the website using this the Gutenberg, and then I'm sure it's the Kadence block too. Okay, let's try and see if let's go to plugins over here and see the plugins that came along with this website. So as you can see, the Kadence blocks also came over here. Okay, so they use the Kadence block to to help you to be able to design the website the way you want it. Okay, so now that we know how we can be able to edit our website, let's go ahead and walk you through the customizer settings. So to go to the customizer settings, all what we need to do is what, hover on appearance over here, and as you can see customize over here. Okay, so the customizer settings help you to be able to what, customize your header, your footer, all the widgets, how the pages you want it to look like, how you want, how big you want your website layout to look like, the menus, everything that you want. Okay, the colors, the fonts, everything. The customizer section will help you, or settings will help you to be able to get it right. Okay, so now that we are over here, now first of all, let's go through it. So we're going to have what, colors and fonts, the header, the footer, general settings, posts and pages layout, the search results, site identity, menus, widgets, homepage settings, additional CSS, and then import, and then what, export. Okay, so now let's go to over here and then what, click on colors and fonts, because we're gonna just click on colors and fonts. Now one thing I like about what the Kadence theme, the Kadence theme, is that if most of the other teams, they have something over here like they are selling their pro version for you. Okay, but this one is so complete in such a way that they don't even want to sell, like it's more or less like they are not even telling you that buy the pro, because they know that with this one you don't really need the pro. But unless you are a big agency, website agency, that you need what, the pro version, because you'll be needing a whole lot of what, things to be able to create websites for what, for your client. Okay, so this one, they don't even upsell anything for you, they just give you everything that you need for free to be able to design your website, or create your own website for your own. Okay, so let's walk you through all the everything that you need. So let's go to the colors and fonts. So if you go to the colors and font over here, you have what, colors, buttons, and what, typography. Okay, so if you go over here, you see that what, this one is the global color palette. That is the one that we chose when we were importing it. Okay, so if you want a different palette, colors, you can what, set it up over here. Okay, and it's up to you to set your own color. So to change the colors, just click on it, and then you can set different colors that you want over here. Okay, and that is it. If you want to change the accent one also, you can do it the way you want it. Okay, so this is the accent one, and then this is accent two, and then this one is the strongest text, this one is the strong text, this one goes to the medium text, the subtle text, and then this one is the subtle background, and then this one is the lighter background, and this one is the white or off-white. Okay, so all these ones you can change it, and that is that makes it so amazing. Okay, so if you want to also change it individually, like, oh, you don't want to change it from here to make it like a global color, but you just want to change this one, which is the background color, you can just click over here and then change any color that you want. Okay, if you want to also change the content background, you can also decide to change it. Okay, so that is it. So basically this is how you can be able to change your colors, and then also the link colors and everything is also okay, guys. So these are how you can be able to change the colors and everything of your website. Okay, so that is it. So with the Kadence theme, it's so easy for you to do everything. So you can change everything that you want to do. So if you want to change the length color, you can do it over here. Okay, so as you can see, this is a global initial color. As you see this globe over here, it means that the color they chose over here is a global color. Okay, so if I hover on it, as you can see, these are all lengths. Okay, if I go to every length that I see over here, you see, if I hover, it changes to the green over here. Okay, and that is the global the global length color over here. Okay, now let's go back over here. So that is about the colors. Okay, and let's go to the buttons also. So as you can see, there are a lot of buttons also over here. Okay, so you can see some few buttons over here. Now let's look at how the buttons also looks like. So with this button, you can check the text. Okay, the text color. So the text color is is the color that they use in writing the what, the get a price or our best offers or view our services. Those are all what text what color. Okay, so if this is the initial color, this is the hover what color. Okay, so if I hover on it, it's still going to be white. If I hover on this one, it's still going to be white. If I hover on this one, it's still going to be white. Okay, but this one is what the background color is. The background is what is this one. Okay, this color over here. Now as you can see, this picks the what, the global color over here, and this one is the what, the hover color. Okay, so this is the initial color, this is the hover color. Now if I hover on this one, it's going to turn to that kind of what, blue over here. The same one applies to this one. If I hover on it, it's going to be what, blue over here. Okay, and that is it. Now this one is what specifically changed using the Gutenberg blog or the Kadence blog that they use in designing the what, the website. Okay, so it doesn't pick the what, the global color over here. Now if you go ahead, you can see all the settings and everything about what, the buttons. Okay, so as you can see, you can check everything you need to know about what, the buttons, the fonts they use, everything that they use to create what, the buttons. So you can do everything over here. Okay, now let's go back over here and go to typography. Okay, now you can decide to use your own typography. This one picks the system default. Okay, now with the system default, it depends on what kind of typography you want to use. So let's say the system default, we want to use maybe Montserrat. Okay, so you pick Montserrat, and then all the font will change. Okay, to suit whatever you picked. Okay, so as you can see, everything has changed. That is the base font. Okay, that is the base font. Now the heading font is also Montserrat. The H1 font, it inherits the base font over here. Okay, that is why they said inherit. But still, if you wanted to give a personalized H1 font, you can also click on it and then search for the font that you want and then install it, and then activate it. The same way applies to the H2, the H3, you know, the H4, the H5. These are all heading font. Okay, now this is also title above content. So the title above the content font. Okay, so this one also changes everything, and this is breadcrumbs. Now for those of you who don't know what a breadcrumb is, a breadcrumb is a secondary navigation aid that helps users easily understand the relation between their location and a page of a page and higher level pages. Okay, so if I want to, let's say, let me give you an example using the blog over here. Okay, let me go to blog. So sometimes blogs are easily you can easily see all those things over here. So let's say I want to go to this seasonal kitchen cleaning checklist over here. Okay, now of course this one they did not give any breadcrumb over here, but if they give a breadcrumb, you realize that the breadcrumb will be here. Okay, it means that you see a home over here, and then you see blog, and then your blog post title will also be here. Okay, but because they have ignored or disabled the breadcrumb, you are not going to see the breadcrumb over here. But that is how it really works. Okay, so let's go back over here, and then this is the breadcrumb. So you can decide to change the typography that you want to change. Okay, and then enable font smoothing. Okay, so that one is also there, and this is the Google font subset. Okay, so everything that you need about typography, you can see it over here. Now let's go back. Okay, so we are done with colors and fonts. Let's go back to the header. Okay, now the header controls everything over here. Okay, it controls all the things over here. Now this theme, which is the Kadence theme, have something we call a header builder. Okay, you can build your own kind of header that you want. So as you can see, at the moment we click on header, the header builder popped up down over here. Okay, so you can build any kind of header that you want. Okay, so as you can see, this is the logo, which controls the logo over here. This is the primary navigation, which controls the primary menu over here. Okay, and then this is the button, which controls the button over here. Okay, so if you want to change logo, we can just click on the ranch icon over here, and then we can remove the logo or change the logo. Okay, depending on how you want it. Okay, and that is it. So you can decide to change your logo, maybe click on change logo over here, and then upload your own what, logo. Okay, you can go and then what, upload your own logo. So let's say let me go to desktop, and then I'm gonna pick let me search for Kitech Digital. Okay, and then let's say I'm gonna pick a logo over here. Okay, so let's say I want to pick this logo. I can open it, and then I'll just select it, and then I'll skip cropping because I don't want to what, crop it. And as you can see, my logo shows what, over here. Okay, as simple as that. Now this one controls the logo maximum width and then what, the height. Oh, okay, so this is 180. So if I change it to, let's say, 220, okay, it's going to be a little bit bigger. Okay, and that is it. If I change it to, let's say, 200, it's also what, changes. Okay, and that is what, and that is it. Now you can decide to what, make it what, logo, or logo and title, or what, logo, title, and what, tagline. Okay, so if I change it over here, it's gonna bring my title also over here. Okay, my site title. If I change it over here, it's also going to what, bring what, that's the site title, the site tagline. Okay, over here. Okay, so it's going to bring the logo, the site title, and then what, the tagline, all over here. Okay, and then you can decide to use this one to check out what, the layout. So if I want the logo to be here, it's going to be something like this. Okay, I can decide to what, make it like this, or even make it like this, anyhow I want it. Okay, now these things are necessary when your logo is just kind of like a square like this. Okay, but doesn't have all these things. Okay, then you can be able to use the, maybe the logo and title, or the logo, title, and what, tagline. Okay, but since you have a complete logo, we're gonna use this just complete what, logo over here, and we are what, we are good to go. Let's set this one also to 180. Okay, and we are good to go. So this, everything that we are doing over here is basically on the what, on the desktop. Okay, now as you can see over here, this icons, these three icons over here controls the what, the screen size. Okay, so this is the desktop, this is the tablet, and then this one is what, the mobile. Okay, and that is what exactly it. Okay, so as you can see, it is very responsive in what, in the mobile side also. Okay, or you can decide to what, change the kind of logo that you want to what, you want to give to the mobile. So as you can see, this is what, different logo for different what, mobile. You can decide to what, use any different logo that you want for what, for the mobile. Okay, and that is it. Now with the mobile also, if you click on it, you it will what, open a panel for you. Okay, and that is the off canvas over here. Okay, now with the off canvas also, you can how do I even say it, you can customize it and make it anyhow you want it. Okay, so if you click on this ranch icon over here, these are the customization section of what, of the off canvas. You can decide to what, make break the design over here, and then as you can see, the pop-up background is going to be what, it's going to be a black. Okay, now let's go over here and then right click on this one, and then let's say we're going to go to inspect. Okay, now so that we can be able to change our screen size, and then go to this size over here, and then this one gives us what, our screen that we want, the mobile screen. So this is on our on iPhone 12 Pro. Okay, now if you click on this one, you see this is the background that is showing over here. Okay, this one. Okay, so if let's say we decide to what, change the background to what, so let's say this one, this color over here. Okay, and or let me just make it a little bit darker so that you see what I'm talking about. Okay, and then I can even make it with a little bit transparent. Okay, so let's say a little bit transparent, and then I'll publish it. Okay, and if I come over here and then let's say I refresh it, and then I'll click on this one over here, as you can see the background also what, changes. Okay, and it's a little bit transparent. So as you can see, it's a little bit what, transparent, and that is the what, with the the off canvas what, background over here. Okay, so you can choose the icon size and everything. This is the icon. Okay, you can choose the icon size and everything that you want. And this one is a trigger. Okay, this one triggers what? This one over here. Okay, and this one is the logo. Okay, so as you can see, we have the logo and then we have the trigger. Okay, so with the trigger also, we can decide to go inside it and then choose a different thing for it. So let's say we want it to be a little bit what, bold. Okay, not just minimal. Okay, so we want it to be bold, or we want this one over here. Okay, just this one. You can publish it and then go over here, and then when we refresh it over here, you realize that it's going to what, it's going to change for us. So as you can see, it has what, it has changed for us. So this is what the menu, and when we click on it, it's going to give us what, this one. Okay, and that is exactly what we are looking for. Okay, so guys, this is how you can be able to what, customize your header in a way that you want. Okay, so this is the mobile side. When you go to the it's the same thing to the mobile, and the tablet have the same kind of settings. Okay, and then when you go to the what, the the desktop view also, you can what, be able to do it the way you want it. So let's say even with the what, with the desktop view, if you want to what, you want to manage the main row, we can either click over here. Okay, we can click on this run chart button. It will manage this whole row for us. Okay, and as you can see, we have a standard what, standard background. In this one, you can have a full what, a full width, and then this one is what, contained. Okay, now if you want what, the design, you want to change the design, this one is having what, a transparent what, background. Okay, as you can see, the background is not what, is not showing over there. But if you want to give it what, the main row background, we can decide to give it, let's say we want to give it this one. Okay, we can decide to give it. But as you can see, because our how do you call it, our header is what, a transparent header, you can't see the changes that we are what, that we are doing over here. Okay, so that is what it. And then over here too, you can see when transparent header, main row background. So when it's a transparent, that this is why we can what, we can decide to change it. So as you can see, it changes. Okay, because we are using a transparent header, you can decide to change the main row background, and then you can what, you can make it what, a little bit what, transparent over here. Okay, depending on how you want it. So basically you can play around it. Okay, so this header is on a transparent header. Okay, but if you still want to give it a color, even though it is what, a transparent header, you can still what, do the same thing for the what, for the header. Okay, and that is it. And you can go around and what, be changing all this what, all this mobile and tablet mode, and then doing all the settings over there. Okay, and that is it. Now let's go to the mobile over here, and let's say this one only have what, the navigation. Okay, mobile navigation. But let's say you want to add another what, item also to it, you can click on add over here. Let's say you want to add a button. Okay, or maybe social media, you can what, you can click on it, and then go to the click on the ranch icon, and then give what, a title to it. So let's say you say what, contact us. Okay, so contact us is the button what, name, and then you give it what, maybe a URL. Okay, a link. Okay, you put a link over there. Now if you publish it over here. Okay, and then we go over here, and then let's refresh this one. Let's refresh it, and then when we click on, as you can see, because we changed the header, it has what, it has also changed over here. So when we click on this one over here, you can see that there is what, a button over here which says what, contact us. Okay, yeah, that is it. So basically you can add any kind of what, any kind of button that you want to add to it, and then you can design this button from, you can go over here and then do all the designs that you want to do for it. Okay, so you see, as you can see, this is what a hover, a button hover shadow, and all those kind of stuff. Okay, you can do every design that you want to do for the button. You can give it a different color that you want, anything that you want, you can do it over here. Okay, so basically that is it. Now with the the desktop also mode, if you want to add another, maybe you want to add something to it, you can what, add it. So maybe you want to add a social media, you can decide to what, to add the social media links over here. And as you can see, it is what, it is showing over here. Okay, and that is it. So you can do all kinds of what, settings over here. So if I want to what, if I want to play around with this button, I can go ahead and then click on this button over here, and then what happens is I can what, do my own design that I want. Okay, so as you can see, this is what, the border radius of this particular what, this particular button. Okay, so they made here what, 0, but if I make here 30, you realize that this button changes to what, all around what, corners. Okay, so I'm going to still make here what, 0. Okay, and that is how you can style any kind of thing that you want. Okay, now let's go back over here. Let's go back. So basically we are done with the header. Okay, we are done with the header. Now let's go to the footer. Okay guys, so now that we are done with the header, let's jump over to the footer. Okay, so with the footer also, let's click over there, and then also have a footer builder over here. Okay, so the footer builder is used to build your own footer. Okay, so what is the footer? Now if you go to our website over here, and then let me close this one over here, and then we see what I'm talking about. Okay, if I scroll down to this place, this is the footer that we are talking about over here. Okay, so this is the footer. Okay, so we're going to go over here. As you can see, we have 3 layers of the footer over here. Okay, so this one deals with the copyright and any other thing that you want to you want to put over here. Okay, so maybe you don't want to put anything over here, you can bring all your footer navigation and all the other widgets over here. But since we have some widgets over here, what we're going to do is they have 2 levels of what, footer over here. Okay, so if you see over here, there are 2 levels. Okay, one deals with the copyright, and then one and then the social media links. Okay, and the other one also deals with our footer navigation and then our logo over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can be able to customize it. So simple. Now if you want to customize the whole side of this footer, for instance, if I look over here and I want to give this place maybe a black background. Okay, now what I need to do is let me scroll up so that you see the footer over here. So this is what we are talking about. This is the footer. Okay, so what I need to do is just click over here. Okay, if I click over here, I can go to the design. So as you can see, we have the container width over here. Now it's a standard width. Okay, now the columns are 2, one column over here, another column over here. You can decide to break the columns into any columns that you want, and this is how the layout is. Okay, so if you see, we have 2 different layouts, one over here and then one over here. Okay, and then we also have the spacing. Okay, the bottom spacing and the minimum width height. You can give it any minimum height that you want, and then what kind of spacing that you want. But since we want to change the color of this place, and what I'll do is I'll go to design over here, and then I will go to the bottom row background. Okay, so with the bottom row background, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it, let's say, a black color. Okay, so as you can see, I have this kind of dark color over here. Okay, yeah, so this color gives us the bottom row background color. Okay, now if I want to the widget content over here, I can change the font and everything, the typography and everything that I want to change. So for instance, if I want to change the content color, I can choose this one, and as you can see, this is it's clear now. Everybody can see it. Now if I want to go to let me take this one for instance. If I want to go to the typography, I can decide to choose the typography, go to the font style, and then maybe choose 300 for it. Go to the size, and then reduce the size to, instead of 17, I can reduce the size to, let's say, 12. Okay, and that is how it's going to be. So something small like this one. Okay, and everything is perfectly done. So this is how the footer looks like, and you can do the same thing also to this one. So if I want to add a new widget over here, I can decide to click over here, add any widget that I want to add to the footer, and then we can go. The same way applies to this one. If I want to change the as you can see, as we change this one to this color, we cannot see the how do you call it, the social media links over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to click over here, and then we go to what design over here, and then we can what change the social media what color to this color. Okay, and now we can be able to what we can be able to see the links over here. So this is how you can be able to customize your what your footer. You can do anything that you want to do it over here. So this is the footer navigation. This one you need to create a menu for it, and then you select what the footer navigation over here. And the same one, this is what just a common widget. Now with this one you can what you can add the blog, an image blog over here, and then you can be able to what edit it. Okay, and that is it. So guys, this is how it is so easy for you to be able to what customize your footer. Okay, so that is what with the footer. Now let's go to the general settings over here. Okay, so with the general settings we have the layout over here. Now this is how the layout is. Okay, so as you can see, the content maximum width is what 1290 pixels. Okay, you can decide to what change it and make it the way you want it. Okay, and that is what this kind of what layout. Okay, so you can decide to what make it any how you want it. That is the content width of the layout, and then the content left spacing, and then top spacing, bottom spacing, and all those kind of stuff. Okay, you can do everything over here. Okay, and that is it. Now let's go back over here. This is the sidebar. Okay, so if the sidebar, if you want a sidebar for your what for your your website sorry, if you want a sidebar for your website, you can decide to what make get a sidebar. So let's say you have this blog post over here, and then you want a sidebar to be over here. Okay, so this settings over here controls that kind of sidebar. Okay, and with the design and everything. So every customizer setting over here have its own general settings and then its own design or settings. You can use it to check all those things, and then scroll to top. So those of you who watch my other video about the Ocean WP, we talked about what the scroll to top. Okay, with the scroll to top, what it does is if you enable it over here, it's going to give you something over here. So let's scroll down, and then you see that there is this kind of like a small button over here which you can use to scroll to top. It's loading. Let it finish loading, and then it's going to show you that kind of thing that I'm talking about. Let me publish it, and then let's go to the front end and then see what I'm talking about. Okay guys, so as you can see it over here. Okay, so if I go over here and then I refresh the website, okay, and then you see this button over here. Now if I click on, let's say I'm going down over here, if I click on this one, it send me to the top. Okay, and that is why we call it a scroll to top. Okay, and that is it. You can decide to customize it anyhow you want it over here. Okay, so you can change the colors, the border colors, every color that you want. Okay, so let's say I want the border color to be this color. Okay, I can decide to change it. Okay, and let's say I want this one also to be this color. Okay, and that is it over here. Okay, so it has been changed. Now let's publish it and go back over here. So that is the scroll to top. Okay, now the 404 page is also the the missing page. Okay, so let's say I am searching for something, and then I'll enter maybe call. Okay, and then it will tell me that the page cannot be found. Okay, and that is the 404 page over here. Okay, so that is the 404 page. So how are you able to set up that kind of page? You can set all those things over here. Okay, you can set it over here. You can do all the changes, everything. You can do the background, how you want the background to be, like the side background, the content background, everything. You can do it over here. Okay, if you want it to also have a sidebar, you can also decide to make it have a sidebar. Okay, that is the 404 page. Now we also have the comment. Okay, so if you want to enable comment on your website, you use this one to deal with it. Okay, so move comment input above comment list, and then remove comment website from website. Okay, so field. So if you want to remove the comment, you can toggle around this one to do whatever you want to do with it. And then the breadcrumb, guys, yesterday we talked about the breadcrumb. Okay, I told you that it is the secondary navigation aid that helps users easily navigate between a current page and then what, a higher level page. Okay, so you want to what, go from one page to another, you can use that kind of what, breadcrumb to what, to do it. At the moment we don't have any what, breadcrumb over here. Okay, so you can toggle around it. You want to what, enable it, and then you can what, you can do whatever you want to what, you want to do with it. Let me go back over here. You can what, set it as what, using the rank mat, the the Yoast and all those things to what, to do the general settings that you want to do with it. Now let's go to social links. Now this place is where you set all your social links. Okay, so if you have any Facebook, Instagram and all those kind of social links, you can set it over here. Okay, you can do everything you want to do over here, and that is what, the social links. And then this one also what, performance. Okay, if you want to speed up your what, your website, you can enable this one so that your website will be able to what, speed up very well. Okay, and that is it. So this all deals with what, the social, the general what, settings. Okay, now let's go to the post and page layout. You can also set up your page layout this way. Okay, so all the settings for the page layout, you can do it what, over here. Okay, so this is what, the general settings over here. Okay, and then this one is what, also the what, the design. Okay, so this one is also what, the design. So this one is the general settings. You can do all the general settings over here, everything that you want, how you want your page to look like. You can do all those settings over here. So the default page layout, how you want it. If you want a sidebar, right sidebar, full width, narrow and all those things, you can do all those things over here. Your content style, if you want it to be box or inbox, you can what, you can do it over here. Okay, and that is what, the page layout. Now this also controls the single post layout. Okay, so it also works like the page layout itself, but it controls the what, the post. Okay, single post layout. Okay, so you can what, you can do it, and this is what, a single post layout. Let's go to the blog, and then we choose one particular post. Okay, and then you can see that this controls that kind of what, that kind of layout. Okay, so everything that you want it, you can what, you can do it over here, and that is what, the single post layout. Okay, you can do it over here. And then this one is what, the archive. Okay, the archive is what, is this one, this particular one. This is what, an archive page. The blog page is what, an archive page. Okay, because it gives you the chance to what, to showcase all your what, your blog posts that you have on the website over here, and that is why we call it what, an archive what, page. Now of course, if you have an e-commerce website, you also have what, product archive page. You can also control all those things. So this page, now this side, settings side, controls all the what, the archive what, page. So this is a normal one with no sidebars. Okay, but if you want to bring a sidebar, you can choose this ones, and then you can have what, a sidebar. Okay, and that is it. Now also, if you go to search results, okay, now this is what, this displays what, this settings helps you control the what, your search results page. Okay, so where when you search something, where the results is going to come, okay, so it controls all those things. Okay, and that is what, and that is it. Now we also have site identity. Now of course, the site identity, the last time we talked about the Ocean WP, we talked about it. The site identity controls your site icon. Okay, you can set your site icon over here. Okay, so if this is what we call the site icon, this small box over here is what we call the site icon. So if you have a site icon, you should make sure that it is what, 512 by 512, and then you can set it over there. Okay, so I'm not going to do that, you can do that yourself. And then we also have what, the menus. Okay, so this also controls the menus. Okay, so basically these are general WordPress settings. Okay, but they are all part of the customizer settings. Okay, and that is it. So you can control your menus over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have the main menu, which is set to primary, and then what, the footer. Okay, and that is it. We also have the widget. Okay, so your team has what, 8 widget areas, but this particular page does not display them. You can display your widget by going through what, the widget side of what, of WordPress, and then be able to what, do all those settings over there. Okay, okay, now the last one, the last but third one, is it last but third or last but three? Okay, so Our next one that we're going to talk about is the homepage settings. Okay, so over here we can set up our homepage over here. Okay, now to set up your homepage, you need to choose a particular page to make sure that that page is your homepage. So for instance, our home is our homepage over here. Okay, so we set up the home to be. You can set up any page that you want to be your home page. So if I set up the services details as my the service detail as my home page, it will change. Okay, so as you can see, the home page have changed to this place. Okay, but if I set up the home to be my home, it means that that page is where people will land on whenever they get to my website. So if they want to come to my website, that is the first page they're going to land on when they come to my website. So I'm going to publish it now. If also the next one is the post page page. Okay, so the where all our posts will be. Okay, our blog posts will be there. Okay, so for instance, if you go to this place, this displays all our blog post. Okay, and that is why we call it the post page. Okay, so this page displays all our blog post. Okay, so you make sure that you create a page and set it as your blog post. Okay, that place will display all your blog posts over there. Now we also have another one, which is additional CSS. Okay, so the additional CSS, if you have any code, you can add it over here. Okay, so all your codes and other stuff to use to help you customize your website, you can add it over here. And of course, there are other plugins which also does that kind of thing, like we have a plugin like code snippets and other stuff, which will also help you to be able to add additional codes to your website without breaking the theme settings. Okay, and then this one is the import export. Okay, so if you want to import or export the whole template itself, that is the customizer settings, you can use this one. Okay, now mostly this one is controlled by a plugin. Okay, which is the import export customizer widget. Okay, and that is it. So basically this is how you can be able to customize your WordPress website using the Kadence theme. Now, like I told you, the Kadence theme is a free theme. You can get it download it and install it, or you can find it from the WordPress themes directory. Okay, it is a very powerful theme which will help you to build a free website for yourself. Now, thank you for watching this video, and I hope this video will help you. If it helps you, please give a thumbs up for this video, like and subscribe to the channel. Also, let me know which theme is best for you. Okay, do you like the Kadence theme, or do you like any other theme? Just leave a comment for me, and then comment below and let me see. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.